Hello. Good night. Hello. Good night. My group, Ana María Rojas, Karen Soreli Duarte, and Angela López. Intercontrol Star Model Messi. The model styles for things entities which provides a structure for the control of strategy, manage and evaluations in static entities whose purpose is to guide them towards the ultimate of the institutional audience and their contribution to the goals status essentials. The principles of the internal control system are framed, integral, complement, and default with the Constitution principles. The following principles applicable to the internal control system have been identified. Principles. Self-control. It is capacity of each public server to control their goals, detect deviations, and make corrections measures for the accurate fulfillment of the results that are expected in the exercise of their functions in such a way that the execution of the process stability and or task or their responsibilities are carried of basis on the principles established in the political constitution. Self-regulators. It is institutional capacity to apply in a participatory manner with the intents, the methods, and procedures established in the regulations which allow the deployment and implementation of the internal control system or order and evaluate mode of integrated efficiency and transparency in the public performance. Since management, it is the institutional capacity of any public entity to apply and evaluate in an efficient manner the administrative functions that has been assigned to it by the Constitution, the law, and its regulations. Messi modules, components, intents, and cells. El rol en el auditor in police intents. The internal audit in the inside is important because it is done in order to evaluate to the entity in health to increases each operation that occurs in the entity. The internal audit helps the entities to each organizations to meet the objectives, giving a contribution to a systematic and disciplined approach to assess and increase the effectiveness of risk management, control, and governance process. El professional who carries out the acute work in states entities apart from knowing the internal control functions must have knowledge of management tools in statistical control of processes, teamwork, brainstorming, planning, administración, regulations, legal, frameworks, accounting, informes systems as que algorithm of information security and delivery, government policy and professional ethics.
Analysis. The Siren's budget allowed us to know key information about the main objectives, resource allocation, and action that are expected to be spent and the income that is accumulated to be collected. Income budget in millions of pesos. Analysis. The budget is divided into three parts. The most significant correspond to the income that is expected to be collected from public spacemen. The style of income is relating to the taxes that the private sector must pay to the Colombian state. Special nation funds are those that are defined in the law for the provisions of a specific public service. Finally, we had the contribution for fiscals, which are the payment that people and companies must make to finance a public entity or service provided by the state which does not directly benefit the person who makes the fiscal contributions. Expense vary in millions of pesos. Analysis. The cost budget is divided into three parts. The operating expense, which is the item which the greatest relevance because its value reached almost 60 of the total value of the buyer. Next, we had the bed service expense that refers to the external debt. And in a lower percentage, we had the investment expense that correspond to those expenses destined to create social infrastructure.
Hi. For the internal debt of the Department of Antioquia, we can observe an variation in the internal debt of Banco Comercial, an increase of 303,819 in Colombian peso dollars with an interest rate of 2.19% compared to the internal debt of Infis, which decreased of but obtaining a participation of 2% of the international debt. Under the external debt in the Department of Antioquia, the multilateral world banks and the ADB are registered with the highest percentage of participation with 87% under a percentage 0%. Interest followed by the external debt with interest rate which is show fixed in the debt. Both internal and external debt have a similar variation, increasing its value of the debts that are reflected in the diagram. We observe participation of 84% in the international debt at the end of the year 2021, including the credits made during, compared to the external debt that in this case only has 16% of the department total debt between 2020 and 2021.